Mayor London Breed.
Thank you. Let me start by saying it is truly an honor to be here and to welcome this new class of esteemed officers that will be joining the San Francisco Police Department. I know that you probably heard a lot of stories throughout this evening about how great it is to be a part of the San Francisco Police Department and how excited we are to welcome you into the city family. But we also know the realities of the job, and we know the fact that this has been not only a difficult time because of this global pandemic, it's been a difficult time for law enforcement in this city and in this country. I grew up in San Francisco and I was born and raised here, just like a few of the people that we have here today. And in the community that I grew up in, we didn't always have the best relationship with law enforcement. And part of what happened over the years is a desire to change my community for the better when the violence got completely out of control, to the point where, sadly, I was going to funerals on a regular basis. At the time, we had a captain at Northern Station, Captain Alex Fagan, who later became chief of this department. And working very closely with Alex Fagan, the first time I had ever had this level of interaction with law enforcement was someone who demonstrated that they cared about the community, but more importantly, they were there to serve and protect every member of the community. It really changed my perspective, and it changed the perspective of a lot of people that I grew up with. It was a relationship that we had to consistently work on. And the reason why I wanted to be in public service is because I wanted to make San Francisco better, make it a safer place. We know that public service is a noble calling. It is something that is in our heart's desire. And the fact that the men and women here today who are graduating to serve the city and county of San Francisco in this capacity are stepping out on faith that they are here to serve and protect the people of San Francisco is extraordinary. And now, as mayor of this city, when I think about this responsibility, my job is also too to serve and protect the people of the city, and to serve and protect the men and women of the San Francisco Police Department, especially those who are joining us here today. We appreciate their work. We appreciate the fact that throughout this pandemic even, that they've had to quarantine and come back and train and work through some very challenging training courses and other things in order to make it to this point. This is probably one of the smallest classes that we had in many, many years, but one of the mightiest. And I want to express my support because you are here, you work through it, and now you're going to be stepping out in those streets of San Francisco. And I want to be clear. The people of San Francisco are going to welcome you with open arms. There are so many people in this city who want to see police officers throughout various neighborhoods with the challenges that we face. And I will be a continuous supporter of the work that you do. I am grateful to our chief, Bill Scott, and a lot of the work that he has done in this department to address the challenges of police reform. I am grateful to the chief for working with me and working with others to make sure that our officers have the resources and the support they need. We know we have a lot of work to do, and we can't do that work without making sure that we have a police department that represents San Francisco's values at its best. But more importantly, what I am most excited about in some of the new classes that are graduating are seeing more diversity, seeing people with various backgrounds, seeing people who are willing to come together and work together and to serve and protect the city that I was born and raised in, and the city that I love and so many people love. We have work to do, but I'm looking forward to that work. And I'm really here to express my gratitude to the people who are stepping up to really serve San Francisco in this capacity. What it means is that we all have to make sure that we support and uplift them. They're gonna need our understanding, they're gonna need our support, and they're gonna need our continual prayers as they go out every single day and put their lives on the line to help the people of San Francisco. I was just in my office earlier today. I see Tracy McCray with the POA, and we had a conversation about our workforce and officers and just the fact that we know oftentimes our police officers are showing up to people's situations in sometimes some of the most challenging times that they're dealing with. And that can weigh heavy on you. That can weigh heavy on you when every single time you're showing up and there's something bad happening and something negative happening. And also, sadly, in some instances, what many officers feel are really an attack on this profession coming from leaders in this city as well. I understand that. And what it requires of me as mayor is to be better about supporting and defending this department. And also making sure that the resources and the support are available to make sure that you are able to take care of yourselves first. That you're able to get the support that you need in order to thrive in this profession. We want you at your very best. When you step out on those streets and when you're doing this job, we want you at your very best, and we want you to feel supported and valued. And so yes, we have work to do in this city. But that is my commitment here today, that I am going to be doing everything I can as mayor to make the investments, to provide the support, and to defend and keep our officers safe the same way that we need to keep the residents of this city safe. So yes, there's work today to do, and tonight we celebrate and we thank the family and the friends for their support, and we thank the new members of the police department. We will be here for you, we will support you, and many of the various rank and file folks are here to provide that level of guidance, support, and uplifting, because you are the next generation of officers that will be a part of the fabric of what makes San Francisco so great. And congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your service.